Hi, everyone. My name is Amy Amra, and I work for Finboa in sales and marketing. I will be the one presenting today. Finboa stands for Financial Back Office Automation. And as you can see here, it is our mission to free your people. I'm just going to pretend like you're the bank, free your people to do more meaningful work. We are a Houston-based fintech company. We have over 200 bank customers, and our focus is to improve compliance, efficiency, and the customer experience by automating your dispute management process. When I think about our why, it is because in most institutions, in financial institutions, the back office experience doesn't meet the expectations required by the front office for a great customer and staff experience, which is really just due to the focus over the past few decades being on advancing the front office digital experience. The back office was left behind. So while we do focus on automating the back office, today we're going to focus on our flagship product used by 210 financial institutions, which is payment dispute management. Our suite of solutions continue to grow as our bankers ask for our help in solving their most pressing challenges. So let's talk about the most common customer experience we see when it comes to payment disputes. One of your customers realizes they have an unauthorized charge on their card. This is a really stressful moment for anyone, and they likely don't know what to do. So often what they'll do is Google. So they'll check your website, or they'll just use Google, and that'll take them to that page on your website. And the vast majority of financial institutions will have a message just like you see here, which is First National Bank of Scotia, that says to call the call center. In some cases, they'll ask you to go into a branch, and sometimes they'll ask you to fill out a form before you do either one of those things and have that ready to send in. But I think as all of us as consumers, I think we all have a very similar visceral reaction to that. When you see call into a call center, you just think, oh, geez, here we go. And your gut reaction is usually right on that. It's a typically very lengthy process for most financial institutions. You sometimes have to spend hours of your day filling out forms, identifying transactions, signing things. Sometimes something was missed because, again, it is a lot of paperwork. And so then you'll be called back and you need to provide that information as well, even come back in and provide another signature. So after doing all that, often the teller or the call center representative can't provide you with a timeline for how long it's going to take them to resolve your dispute. So that money's disappeared from your account, you've invested all that time, and you still don't have an answer on what's next and when. And oops, sorry, lost my notes. Now, looking at the perspective of your back office staff, this dispute falls under Regulation E, which means that the bank must properly track and resolve these claims, or they could face really stiff financial penalties. They spend hours on each dispute. They could have over 100 cases to manage at any given time. They have to work with multiple systems, spreadsheets, paper, and Post-its, all under the pressure of hitting the deadlines mandated by Reg E. They can't keep up with the workload. Training new employees often takes many months. Obviously, attracting and retaining staff for such a high pressure, honestly, kind of thankless job. It's very manual. Again, a lot of paperwork, but also massive pressure because the financial institution could have to pay really high fines if you don't hit these deadlines or if you make a mistake. So all of this is happening while fraud continues to grow year over year, meaning the bank has increasing risk of incurring Reg E fines. One of our customers described this situation as a snowball rolling downhill, growing bigger and bigger. And that is definitely a very common sentiment. Enter Finboa. Finboa takes this process that is really painful for your customer and staff, not to mention filled with risk, and turns it into an efficient, digital, highly automated process that meets the expectations of today's customer and really does enable your staff to focus on more meaningful work. So instead of just really racing to stay ahead of deadlines and just trying to sort of just not have any time to actually investigate these disputes, they can now have much more time, and your institution has the ability to scale and not have to worry about the growing dispute volume. We have a white label solution. It offers a user-friendly digital intake that allows bank customers and retail staff to easily select transactions for a dispute. We can automatically decision the dispute, enabling your back office team to manage disputes in minutes rather than spending the hours or even a day on a dispute that they did before. We analyze claims for Reg E compliance, automate numerous manual operations, and ultimately free your back office team to focus on that more meaningful work. In most cases, this is achieved with a single click and sometimes with no clicks at all. So with Fimboa, your team can effortlessly handle increasing dispute volumes without needing additional staff. Best of all, we notify your customer, we credit their account, and we give them peace of mind that they picked the right bank to partner with. The results our customers see are impressive. We reduce write-offs and risk, significantly boost staff productivity, and ensure a customer experience that aligns with your front office's high standards. This is one of the many examples we have of how the Fimboa solution set Carter Bank up to tackle a big increase in dispute volume with a smaller staff. So why Fimboa? Why do banks choose us? These are things that we've just heard throughout our sales process many times that they appreciate. So we have community bankers on our team with decades of experience in compliance and product development. They are instrumental in shaping our product roadmap. We also pride ourselves on our partnerships and integrations, and we continue to expand the number of systems that we work with. We've been doing this for 8 years now. It is our primary business, and we take a partnership approach with each customer. And all of that is, again, we hear that feedback in contrast to some of the frustrations that they've had with other providers. We hope that you will connect with us after the demo. We'd love to give you a more in-depth and customized demo for your financial institution. Two of the biggest questions that we are often asked are around pricing and integration. So we decided to just kind of get ahead of that. In case you want to discuss it more, we would love to take your questions. But just to give you an idea, we have a subscription-based model for pricing. It is based on monthly dispute volume and has a one-time implementation fee. We also have options for FIs that want to customize the solution further. And just a little bit about our integrations. They fall into two categories, batch and API. API offers real-time processing. Batch requires a daily file upload and a GL file download to post customer adjustments. For card processors, we have an API integration with Visa. For other processors, we've built web bots to streamline that process. We do integrate with digital banking systems to enhance your customer's experience even more.